Hello, today we are going to look at how the atom is organized, what elementary particles and subatomic particles are in the atom, and give them characteristics. So the first particle is the electron particle. This particle was discovered by Thomson. Its mass, expressed in kilograms, is, if we talk about the charge, it will be minus 1.602 times 10 minus 19. As we can see, these are very small values. If we express mass in atomic units, that would be 0.005496. Or if expressed as a degree, it would be 5.496 times 10 minus the fourth. The charge expressed in absolute units is minus 1. The arrangement of electrons occurs in levels, and in an atom they are arranged in certain energy levels. The second particle is the proton. The proton was discovered by the English scientist Rutherford. Its mass characteristic is 1.673 times 10 minus 27. As we can see, the mass of the proton is greater than the mass of the electron. The charge is the opposite of that of the electron. Here it was with minus. Here the same particle has characteristics with plus. If we're talking about mass, then in relative units, that would be 1.00072777. As we can see, the mass of the proton is greater than the mass of the electron. It turns out that the mass of the electron is about 1 to 2,000th of the mass of the proton. The charge of the proton particle will be the opposite of that of the electron, and it is equal to plus 1. The location of this particle occurs in the nucleus. This particle is within the nucleus. Also within the nucleus is another particle, neutron. This particle was discovered by Chadwick. Its mass is 1.675 times 10 minus 27. That is, the mass of the proton and the mass of the neutron are about the same, differing only in the last sign. Then the charge of this particle is zero, unlike the proton and electron. Its mass in atomic mass units is close to the mass of the proton and has a small discrepancy in just these signs. The charge will be, and in atomic units the charge is zero. The location of this particle occurs in the nucleus. So that's how the atom works. These are the main particles that make up an atom. Then in the next lesson we will talk about how the periodic table determines, for example, how many electrons, protons and neutrons there will be for a particular chemical element, and how these parameters are calculated and what will happen, for example, if an atom loses or gains electrons. Because in chemical processes, these are the characteristics that can change in an atom. So we will discuss the question of how ions are formed respectively. But besides that, we will find out in the next lesson the fact, what are the differences between isotopes, isobars, isotones, and what is a more capacious concept as Nuclides? Well, that's all for today. Goodbye.